Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it an FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. How's y'all doing on this here Trill Tuesday? My God, boy, I tell y'all what, fam. Real talk, it seems like every time I turn around, it's Tuesday again. I mean that. My goodness. Time flies when you're having fun or just being alive. Depending on what you're doing, I guess. How y'all doing? Y'all, my goodness, hold on, boy. Y'all see I'm behind. My God, I gotta get my... Can't do it right if I ain't got no pearls to clutch, man. Sometimes I don't. Every now and again, I ain't got no pearls to clutch. But my goodness. Yes. How's y'all doing? I'm gonna get to this chat here in a minute, so we can go and let everybody get back to a wonderful, beautiful, amazing rest of y'all day. Yes, indeed. I hope everybody having a super wonderful, beautiful, amazing, fantabulous Trill Tuesday. Yes, indeed. And if y'all don't know what Trill is or mean, go to your Texas dictionary, and it'll be right there on, I want to say, page 71 or 72. Yeah, in the Texas dictionary. Look here, family. What is going on? What's going on? Who we got in here? Man, I'm about to put my hair up. That's what I'm about to do, because my goodness, it's hot. What's going on, Nikki? How you doing? The everyday life of Ann OCD's chick, aka the bok choy master. Got some amazing mail earlier from Hudson, Growing with Hudson. And I want to say, I think that was it, G Mama. I was looking back and forth. I was listening in. She was like, "Oh, that looked nice." And then I seen the thing that Hudson had put it in. I said, "Well, look at God. Look at that. Pieces of April. How you doing, young lady? Welcome in. Y'all, please don't forget to share this live out. First, this what y'all do for me. Even the people who back there looking and listening and lurking, you might as well go and hit that like button. Yeah. Give me a thumbs up. Go share it out. Come back and drop your hashtag BCIAC into the chat. Now, with that being said, let's get back to business. Yeah, Nikki had a great video on her bok choy or pak choy, she put it. Both are acceptable terminologies, if you will, or if you want. Lashus, how them doing there, sis? Welcome. How's the picnic? How's the husband? Welcome, fam. Welcome. Better get in here and enjoy yourself, girl. Unbiased LLC coming on after me. Thumbnail already up. She already ready to go at 3:30 Central Time, which is Texas time. My sister, Ashy Gang Gang, Purple Patch Crew. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, 3:30. 3:30 Texas time, y'all. Catch Unbiased LLC. So you got to do the math if you're on the West Coast or if you're on the East Coast. Look at what time it is in Texas and go on and get on over there. By the way, Pieces of April, who's also is in the chat, is giving one more day. It's gonna be through Thursday to place your orders over on her Buy Me a Coffee store. You can go to Pieces of April channel, and she's in the chat. Baby, drop your link. So yeah, one more day instead of cutting it off tomorrow. She gonna push it through Thursday, and then all the orders gonna be doing what so you go over there, and if you have any questions, just leave her a comment or a question. Because I got a good understanding of it, but all the ins and outs, that's my baby jam. That's what she doing. She can give you direct she know what she talking about because it's her store. So yeah. And what else? Oh, congratulations on your 500, baby. Pieces of April is at the 500 plus mark now, so she will be having a thank you celebration and a giveaway this. I think she said Saturday. She knows she in here. She can tell y'all. But yes, I think this Saturday, Pieces of April is gonna be doing a giveaway. So yeah, congratulations, Sweet Pea. Yes. Hey, Deborah Garrett, how you doing, young lady? Welcome in. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I might hit y'all like this right here. Yes. Y'all understand one day y'all keep living. You get my age, you'll be like, hey man, I just hate the glare. I don't really like the glare, but right now I don't care too much. Let's see here. That time of year, y'all, where my T-zone tends to become a bit oily. And now I got a piece of lint on my joint. Who else we see? Sweet Thumb, what's good, bro? What's going on, family? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Frugal Mama, Wellness with Frugal Mama. How you doing? Tamika Davis, Cassandra South Fulton Garden. Welcome in, young lady. My cart runneth over. How are you? Thank you for being here again. I appreciate you. Bud Family, aka the Bud Files. How y'all doing? Oh, Sue, I saw what you were about to pull up. Over there. You said you're gonna get yourself in trouble. It's too late now because you done already tipped that that comfort, I guess we could say. Yeah. Who else we got? Mama Nita, Blue Lotus Vibes by Janita McLean. Welcome in, Mama. Welcome in. Don't want to miss nobody, but I want to go on and get to the conversation because I don't know if I'm gonna take this all the way until my sister Unbiased come on or not. Depends on how the conversation flows and goes, but I'm trying to shorten them down a little bit because y'all are people like Vision Preparedness and outspoken Libra Krista and other people. They'll get up here. Normally it's Erica, My Fly Family. Sometimes Gina versus Gina, but it's always a different person with their shenanigans that end up making the hour be, 3-4 years long. So, but I gotta take responsibility. This is my lie. I gotta take responsibility for it and quit letting them coax me into extremely interesting conversations that keep you around for a while. Yeah, let's see, huh? Pieces of April just saying she appreciated. Thank you to everyone, which me as well. I do. It's a blessing. I missed you, Chris. We're gonna have to go back and I don't know if I caught that. April might have caught that. I spoke to Lee, but Krista said, well, I went by yesterday at 4:30 p.m. at Eastern Time when I went in at 172 subs. Now I have 180. That's what's up. That's it. You keep chopping, keep just going. In December, the Hype Again will be back, and that's a great place to kind of connect with people, grow your channel, meet new people from different parts of different communities, and let them see what you do and how you do it. So that's getting ready to be back on the radar. But congratulations, just keep doing it. And I'm definitely gonna get over there and check that out. We live in a constant state of catch-up game over here because we a day ahead. So, but congratulations to you. Happy Mac, what's going on, family? I just gotta say, I feel like I robbed the store. 90% of all the compost, so I'm nearly broke. The springs on. Ain't nothing wrong with it, Happy Mac. You better get it while the getting good, fam. Get it while the getting is good. Because if you hadn't got it, somebody else would have. And these is facts. Oh, I had a big jump. Okay, I thought I seen it. What's up, OG Big Rooster Show? What's good, broski? West Coast family up in here. Okay, I think I done caught up. Yes, okay, I think I'm caught up now. Thank you, everybody who here. We're going to go ahead and get into this conversation. I wish one person in particular was in here because they love to talk mess about about certain things. But anyway, maybe they'll pop in, maybe they won't. We only 12 minutes into the live. I normally kind of take a little bit more time and just kind of spin with everybody, which I still do, but I'm trying to go and get to it this time. So, just out of curiosity, I often like to ask this: Have any of y'all heard about B1 Joel? What's going on, family? Welcome in. Have any of y'all heard about this female draft situation? It's not new. It's really been on the books and on the cards for. Thank you for that, Mama Nita. Blue Lotus Vibe, we appreciate that. It's been on the books and on the cards for a couple of years now. Actually, it's not new. It keeps coming up in proposals. It keeps being mentioned, and every now and again you'll have a senator or a representative that proposes this as an option, and then it goes from the House up to the Senate, and then whatever, but it never passes, or it hadn't yet. And I don't think, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm on the fence. I gotta be honest with you. I'm on the fence, man. It's too much glare for me. I'm on the fence, and I'll tell you why. Too many things have happened in my life that I thought I would never see for me to completely 100. This just me. For me to ever say 100% one way or the other what will and won't happen. And I think I'm gonna say in the last year and a half, 2 years, I can see the possibility of it more and more. Okay, so let me try to tie it in and make sense, because we got some content that we're gonna get into, that we're gonna talk about. It's a lot of strong opinions on both sides. But in fairness, I'm seeing more women than not saying, I don't want to do that shit. I'm just being that may not be an accurate depiction of whatever segments of society are being polled and questioned and this and that. I'm just telling you what I see from conversation, what I hear from conversations, and what I see from different places that I choose to draw my information. But the majority of women seem like they don't want to or not interested at all. But then some of the louder voices who do want this draft, it's interesting. It's interesting. And one of the things that is a catalyst for me behind it being a potential reality one day soon, if not one day, or if not in the near future, is for this reason right here, y'all. There is, as it should be, there is a major push for equality. And equality is all encompassing oftentimes. So if you want equality for this, then somebody on the opposite side or in the middle are gonna make an argument for, well, you can't just have it one way. If you want to be equal, it's gonna be equal. So yeah, I don't know, family. I really don't. I don't know. I say to each their own, but in this, that's where that goes out the window. Because if women in the US hit 18 years of age and start having to register for selective service, baby, that's gonna change some things, I think. That's just me. That's just me. And even though it's been over 50 years, the whole idea of the draft, in my opinion, has a greater potential than I think most people realize. I'll elaborate on that later, but I'll give you a few points here in a minute. I've seen some of the jokes and some of the people saying this, people saying regenerative life. Wayne, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Frugal Mama speaking, Big Rooster speaking, everybody. Let's see what Wayne said. Grand afternoon. As a retired Navy veteran, thank you for your service. And to all my service members who may be in the chat, we civilians, thank y'all for y'all service. And yeah, I never thought I would see a woman on Navy cone. Hey, crazier things have happened, bro. And with the way things are moving about in the world, I wouldn't. That's why I'm saying I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm not gonna rule it out. And let me see. My bad. Happy Mac has said something before that. He said, "I really don't know what to think about it. I don't like the idea of both parents being drafted." That's why I like talking to y'all, man. Because people who have opinions this way or that way, what do you do if your mama and your daddy get drafted? What if you got a family of of a 22 and a 21-year-old with a 1-year-old? Y'all, these are real things that have to be pondered over, thought of, and considered. And the family structure ain't even what it was 20 years ago, much less 30 or 40 or 50 or back when the draft was implemented, actually used in 72, 73. Who gonna watch them cheering? I guess they said F them kids, because somebody gotta watch them. That is a very good point, Happy Mac. You hitting that nail on that head right now. It's just something to think about. It's some real food for thought, family. I'm gonna get into some content, but I got this. Where is this doggone vision preparedness? Because it's something he needs to see that I'm gonna be playing, because he always busting his chops talking about something or other. And I got something I really want to get into before I get into a piece of the longer clip, and we're gonna talk about that. I am gonna get this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link so we can, if anybody want to come up with their questions or just state your opinion. It ain't gotta be no question. You can state your opinion. Let's see here. Put you right down, and then right here. I get my phone. Somebody tell where you at, Vision Preparedness? Who is coming on later, by the way? Coming on today at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So you got Unbiased first on the Texas time, and then you got Vision Preparedness coming on with a special guest at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Gigi and Eco Neighbor been going hard on Sundays. I don't know. Gigi, I ain't been, have I? It may not be every Tuesday, but she be, hey, hold on. I see some family coming in here. Let me get the Frugal Mama first, because Frugal Mama said something here. Whether for Frugal Mama said men or women should be drafted, in my opinion, but definitely not women. If we were in a time of attack on home soil, men would probably be most beneficial on the front line and women support. I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree, my sister. I think that's an excellent point because, again, what about the children and the elderly? Y'all on fire tonight. And in all the comments that have been made, I'm hearing and I'm feeling the humanness in it, the reality of it. Sometimes, be it politicians on whatever side of the aisle or interest groups, can often move with an understanding of just, well, this is where I stand on it. This is my position, as they should. I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but I'm hearing a lot of the human side of it tonight. No, that's great, and that is in your opinion, and that's all we can do. I'm telling you, it would really throw some things into. It would change the world in a profound way, not just the U.S., but I think it would change the world, and it would definitely change the U.S. because selective service. When you either get that card in the mail, or you got to do this, or you got to do that, or you literally entitled to nothing, or don't have access to unless you go ahead and register and get. They at school doing it. Make sure you get it. You ain't finna go get your diploma if you, depending on how old you are, go getting into college. You go, them folk gonna come holler at you and say boy, you good? You registered? You ready? You this selective service situation? You done squared that away? Happy Mac said it scares me. This latest draft age kids, I don't think they're up for it. Many don't like even having a job where someone tells them to do. Thank you again, Happy Mac, because you reminded me of something. Now, if you go back and do recount, some people are into that kind of history, some people not. Korea, Vietnam, any instances in U.S. history where drafts have been implemented. Baby, this is just me. This is just my opinion. If you think in a time of need where Sam doing you like this and saying, I want you, I need you, baby, them few extra pounds, they gonna work around that. You can tell them you got a habit where you lick doorknobs every 3 minutes and gotta do your left eye like that. They'll work around it. Both of your feet can be flat. They'll work around. We talking about a draft, y'all. We ain't talking about peace times and maybe I go to college and maybe I won't. We talking about a draft. And I've been seeing some jokes out there. People say, I got mental illness. I have this, I have that. Baby, when I say them folk want to work with you because you need to be in. Can you pass out MREs? Huh? Can you drive? I know you 43 pounds over your BMI, according to the metrics of the whatever branch you in. Can you walk? Okay, we'll just pick you up, we'll airlift you, and y'all just set up tents all day. And you better hurry up and do it, or you ain't gonna have nothing neither. When I say I think them folk gonna find a way and work with you, so if you just think you maybe a little depressed here and now, or you done got a little chubby, or you don't like taking orders in a draft situation, I think a whole lot of that can be I ain't gonna say go out the window. I ain't gonna be it'll be negotiated. If you know what I mean. First off, Jason, what's going on, family? How you doing, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. I was just looking at y'all night firing the other day. I said, boy, look, I got a little jelly. Because y'all shouldn't have been having that much fun out there. But then I'm glad you did. Y'all deserve it. And wherever there's a Jason, there's a Shanna. So, hey, Shanna. Hey, Shanna. Hey, family. I know if you ain't listening, you probably somewhere working. And Jason, make sure you tell the sister we said what's up and much love. Jay the Motivator. What's going on, Jay the Motivator? How you doing? I was just talking to y'all about getting your mind and ready and thinking about what you want to do for December, because in December, Hype Again will be coming back. We take these hiatuses and then we're going to bring it back. So December, so y'all already start thinking about that, reaching out to the team, reaching out to Jay the Motivator, get yourself squared away and set up. And yeah, put that on your what they call the thing? Not your vision board, maybe on your vision board. Put it on your board in your office, or write you a note, or note it in your, because that's what all y'all cheering doing. That's what the cool kids do. Y'all put notes on your phone. Jason said he working and listening. Much love to all. So if he ain't speaking to everybody, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Wilder Frugal Mama said, I didn't get deployed, but when we were in the field, woo! By the way, again, shout out to all my veteran men and women service members. Thank y'all for y'all service. Let me read this again, because Frugal Mama almost made me choke. Well, Wellness with Frugal Mama said, I didn't get deployed, but when we were in the field, woo, wasn't an ideal situation, especially while on your cycles, but many women adapt better than others. Y'all, this is so important. Again, this is real life, real human beings, somebody who been through it. I've said it on lives before. Some people act, and it may sound, to some, it comes off as egotistical or chauvinistic, or even maybe even seen as toxic masculinity. Women and men's bodies are different. I'm glad a woman said this. Like when you out in the field, this is what I heard. This what I had heard from people who done served. It's just different for men than it is for women. I don't have a situation, a cycle, a very normal and healthy reproductive cycle that women go through, that I done had real women in my life who done had pains, cramps and stuff from these types of monthly goings-ons. I know they wasn't faking. I done seen them doubled over and can't even stand up out the bed sometimes. But you still need to go over there and beat them plates off of that tank. Or you need to get up under that MRAP and see what's going on with it. Or you got to be out in movement for 3-4 days straight. Or you got to be responsible for this 9-line. Aircraft on the way. You doing the chest tube. Who cares? You hurting, so what? The person you helping hurting too. Is that what you want? If it is, I'm not knocking nobody. I mean, I'm just saying she made a very, very relevant and important point. I'm behind in this doggone chat. Let me catch up, man. I'm sorry. Y'all making so many good points and yeah. Regenerative Wayne said, I know the Navy is having major problems now with women in combat ships from out to sea, unauthorized relationships to sexual assaults on board naval ships, etc. Same thing happened downrange from what I heard. Same thing happened in garrison from what I heard. Out in the field from what I heard. It's I just think in the words of Sam Smith, baby, change gonna come one way or another, whether we like it or not. And Happy Mac made a good point. Man, we got to get back to some of these points, y'all. I just got to get through the chat. And I dropped the link. I'm going to drop the link again. And I got a little bit of content to get into. Happy Mac said other countries have been doing it for decades. How do they make it work? Now I'm going to have to read some stuff. Exactly, because it is not new at all. I mean, not new at all, brother. Nowadays, they will give you a doorknob. That'll be the case. Oh, thank you, whoever that was. Somebody just supported via. Thank you. I don't put people names because I don't know if people want everybody knowing who's supporting whatever, supporting us. However, especially if it's directly like that. But thank you. You know who you. I'm gonna kill you. I just missed it. Frugal Mama said, Happy Mac, a lot of other countries don't care about their people too. Just because it's done don't mean it's been done right or necessary. That is a good point. Man, y'all, let's see how many frontline folks have an advantage with a touch of crazy. That's how it works in my family. Some things in life, just a little bit of cray come in handy. Well, at least you ain't a mosquito. You just some kind of little fat gnat. I can't stand, boy. It's getting warm over here, y'all, more and more. That's right. The hype again is coming back. The Winnie Walker Christina, how you doing, young lady? Welcome in, y'all. I don't know how far I am. Okay, I caught up. Okay, so check this. It don't look like today gonna be one of them days of all days. The vision preparedness ain't. Joe. Thank you, fam. I appreciate that. Let me get Joe right before I get into this content. And I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Let's get Joe up here. We appreciate you, Jay, the motivator, aka Lil Bro, the artist formerly known as Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Let's see here. Let's get Joe right. Y'all know my fave. Y'all know what I'm gonna go with. And the lights is flickering and it feels so good. I wish I had been able to go on time at my, I usually come on at 7. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate the love, my brother. Thank you. Y'all, please, one more again, before we get into this content, please, and thank you. Hit the like button, share the live out before my power go out and I gotta rehook. I don't feel like I don't feel like doing all that right now. And I really do want to make it run to unbiased come on, but we gonna see. We's gonna seize. And one more, I got one more piece of love for my little bro here. Thank you. That was worth a twofer. Yes, indeed. Let me get back up to these comments and let me drop this in here. And then I'm gonna get to a little bit of content, which I might have to retouch on later. But there's a link in the chat for anybody who wants to come up and speak their mind, share their thoughts and their opinions. So this first piece of content that I'm going to get to, it may not be exactly germane to this topic, but it still has relevance. It puts me in the mind of something that Frugal Mama was kind of touching on. Here we go.
I do is work. From the first to the first.
Hold on, I gotta take that back a little bit, y'all.
First to the first.
I gotta take that back just a
All
little
I
bit.
do is work.
Okay, so, and that's why I wish Vision Preparedness was here. He's not here, so we got to do what we got to do. I wish I could get this blue line off of here, but it don't want to cooperate with me. This picture is kind of small, so you might have to get a little closer to the screen. It's the way I recorded it, so shame on me. But as you can see, I don't know. I'm just gonna assume this looks like it could potentially be a field training exercise, right? And as y'all can see, there seems to be a fueler truck. Shout out to all the fuelers out there. Because they play an important role. And then it seems to be some form of aircraft right beside that. I think it's like they call them helicopters or something. I'm not too sure what kind that is or what they really utilize that for, but it looks interesting. It's kind of small. And what's going on, Mad Shad? What's going on? Shad, man, where Vision at, bro? God, of all the times, Jesus Lord, who would have thought of all the times for him to not be here? But again, welcome in, bro. Welcome in. So let's progress in the video a little bit. Now, let's just say it obviously they seem to be in the field, some form of a LZ, because you have this type of aircraft sitting there. I don't know. I mean, and I hear people. Who said that? Somebody said it's a Black Hawk. Okay, I heard about those. They just, I guess they cool. I guess I don't know. But let's proceed. Let's continue to go on with the video.
Work. From the first to the first.
Oh, what's this? What is this? This seems to be another sort of aircraft. It seems it looks a lot bigger to me. Wow, and the other one, it had one set of rotors, and it had one set of rotors, I believe. I think he called that a Black Hawk or something. Hey, F.R. Humphrey and everybody else coming in. Man, this seems to be a lot interesting, a lot more interesting, a little bit cooler looking aircraft. It's like it's got look like it got 6 blades to me. Wow, it looked like it could carry stuff and everything. You probably even get a lot of people off inside. I'm not sure, but wow, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think the other one may have only had 4. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all in the chat. Oh wow, it's real. That's almost like they have we gon' hit them with another one of those other ones. Oh wow, hey look y'all. There's a close-up picture of the one that just came in. Wow. Even compared to the guy to the soldier behind the fuel truck, and fuel trucks are pretty big, I heard, if y'all ever been near or around them. Let's see, this one, man, it seems to be massive. It just seemed like it's probably a lot more solid aircraft, depending on what you need it for. Wow. Oh wow, somebody came in. Y'all please bear with me. Vision Preparedness himself just came into the live, y'all. No, Wayne, you wrong. They 46 for y'all out for Navy. I think this is it. This definitely looks like a CH-47 to me, but 46 for y'all. Let's see. Let me go back just a little bit because Vision Preparedness was in here. And Vision, I don't want you to miss too much. I was just showing them about because Frugal Mama had a conversation about some of the different types of field training and how it can be for different people. So
All I do.
Oh, whoa. You getting ahead of yourself, bro. And for some people who may have never seen it or even know what they are, this is just a.
All I do is work.
Yeah, and I stopped right here because you got this little guy. Again, Wayne seemed to know a lot about him, but compared to that fuel truck, it looked like it could probably just run over it or run into it. And I think it's only got like 4 blades and maybe a rotor blade, and that's it. It don't have a ramp, or I don't know. I mean, you can't walk around in it or anything. 2 side doors are open, so that seems a little yeah, whatever. And some people like them. Some people like them. That's on them. I just wanted to show people this before we got to the whole, getting into the more serious part of the conversation. Because we're gonna get back to the draft in a minute. But Frugal Mama said, being in the field and stuff, and this seemed like some sort of field training to me. That's just me. I don't know, but please let's continue. And then as the video progressed, this happened. And you got, I mean, like, look at that, man. I mean, how many troops could potentially be inside a one of those things? They just look really cool to me. I mean, neither one of them seem to be up armored, but a standard version. But boy, when Boeing does it, it does it, don't it? And then another picture came up. And you got that thing. You got that guy. And then look at this picture right here, man. Again, I think I saw some people who may be more familiar with it, because I defer to y'all. If you could just tell, I mean, look at that massive rotor span. God, man, it's like each one of those blades look like it probably weigh anywhere between 312 and 316 pounds. Wow, man. It might even be 30 plus feet long. And the fact that it moves in tandem, wow, that is absolutely amazing. Look at the height of that aft pylon. If y'all look on the top of the fuselage, right to the rear, to the aft of the aircraft, that big hump thing back there, that's the aft pylon, that's the aft motor. And then you got the number 1 side motor that you can see in this video as well. And why would they have bubble windows in the back, in the aft of the aircraft, and the forward windows are flat? I'm just assuming that maybe you can kind of stick your face in that little window and look up and check one of your engines if you need to, or anything. And this guy seems to be standing outside of a fuel cell. More, that is a massive aircraft, and probably a pretty solid one if you can open the fuselage door from the exterior and just, man, not even be taller than the fuel cell. That is absolutely amazing. So there's that.
I gotta eat.
Wow.
All I do.
Wow, man, you mean Buddy needed a ladder for that? Okay, let me stop. There you go. Wow, that last little piece, that dude needed a ladder just to, my goodness. Jesus Lord. Must be some big birds. Some big birds. Big, strong, powerful birds. CH-47s. Okay. Now back to business. Welcome in, Miss Jones Truth. Regenerative Wayne, I have to disagree with you, sir. I've heard that yeah, maybe, I don't know, that other little thing, maybe they a little bumpy. But I heard that the CHs, man, you can just sit back in those troop seats and swing yourself to sleep, man. Really, just have a real good time. So I rebuke you, Wayne. All right, Vision. I'll see you in a little bit. Let's see, Jay to Motivate. I'm sorry, y'all still got my camera off. Hey, everybody who came in who I may have missed. I'm officially gonna get fired. Sorry, Joseph. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Jay. All right. And now that we're getting back to this part of the conversation, Wellness for Frugal Mama said, real talk, I wouldn't want my son or daughter to be drafted. I know the Bible speaks of wars, but my goodness, a lot of our people who do return come back so broken. Prayers for the world of God's people. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that puts us in the back on topic. That puts us back on topic and puts us back on point. That's why I posed that question. Yes, no, maybe. Frugal Mama seemed to answer it from a pretty solid point of view. And I agree. I mean, it's always been wars and rumors of wars, and some people seem eager for it until they go through it, and some go through it, I'm imagining, and they still eager for it because that's just how they, different strokes for different folks. But do y'all think it's stay on 8 more hours? I ain't got 8 more hours, bro. I ain't got another 80 minutes, but I'll stick around for a little while. I'm gonna drop the link again. I would love to hear from people. It ain't got to be a long thing. All I got to do is see you backstage, and just give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, because it's being proposed. It's always proposed, and it gets shot down. No pun intended. It gets refuted, rather, language. It gets refuted, and somebody else proposes it again later. But between the push for male and female equality and the fact that there may be a need in the future coming up, I can't rule it out no more. I can't rule it out as a possibility in my lifetime that I may live in a world where the draft for both men and women, or I'm gonna say this because that's for males and females, the Army's classification, not mine. So I don't know. I want to know what y'all think. We're gonna get into a little bit of this. Thank you. Pieces of April just dropped her hashtag BCIAC. All the people in here, Mad Shad, if you still in here, Frugal Mama, if you still in here. I saw somebody speaking to Miss Jones Truth. I didn't see her. Jada Motivator, F.R. Humphrey, there she go. Hey, Miss Jones Truth, Sweet Thumb, all of y'all drop y'all hashtag BCIAC into this chat so people can connect with y'all. As the young folks say, for shizzle. Now let me get to this. We 48 minutes in. Let's go and get to some of this content, and we're gonna break and discuss. All right.
Draft just like young men. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is on Capitol Hill this morning with the latest on this legislation. Good morning, Mary Alice.
Good morning, Eva. Yeah, this is interesting and would be a first. Now, it's been nearly 50 years since the government has actually inducted someone into the military through the draft, but still, young men have to register after they turn 18, and now Congress is again talking about whether women should have to too.
Capitol Hill poised to make history. The Senate Armed Services Committee advancing a bill that, if signed into law, would require young women for the first time to register for the draft at 18, just like
So here's the thing, family. Here's the thing. The proposal is 18 to 26 years of age, draft age. We ain't even talking about stop loss. We not talking about Jason and VA. What's going on, bro? Jason said my daughter won't be a part of that, and I completely understand, sir. I do. So 18 to 26 years of age. Signing up for selective service at 18 means that you have the all the rest of that time. Y'all do the math. 18 to 26. That's a nice little chunk of change where anything could legitimately happen. You could be 25 and 3/4, baby. 25 and 3/4, technically, idealistically, and still get hemmed up. Now, as a man, that's something that I've and at that age and phase in my life, that's something that I live with. Up until 2001, it was for the most part peacetime on a larger scale. Of course, I'm not talking about. I ain't even gonna name the places, but smaller conflicts here and there. I ain't talking about that. But if something like this were implemented now, 18 to 26 for both genders, that's a game changer, in my opinion. Let's continue, family, and then I'm gonna get to y'all comments.
Their dads and brothers. Ashlyn Carroll, an ROTC student from Tulane, telling us she welcomes the news.
It caught me off guard. I think that it definitely levels the playing field and it sets a precedent that shows that women are equal in the armed forces.
The bill
and see, that's a part of what I mean, y'all. That is a part of what I mean. It's literally, she wasn't rude or nothing, but there are opinions. I won't say how strong or how limited, whatever. There are people with convictions on this subject matter on both sides of it, right? There are some people women who are actively serving, who saying, yeah, it's a great thing. That's what we want. We wanted equality, so this is what equality come with. And then you got where my man's at. And he ain't the only one I heard say this. Who was it? Jason. Jason, like, my daughter ain't going to do that shit. But see, that's where even more conflict come in, because if them people come say, well, yeah, we got this card saying she finna, then it's like, y'all, this is addressing the new LGBT military community. Okay, Wayne, I saw you made another point earlier. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. I'm gonna get back to that. Let me play a little bit more of this. And swoop.
Britain would increase parental leave for servicemen and women and establish a basic needs allowance, which advocates say could help fight hunger and food insecurity among members of the military. Today, women serve at nearly every level of the military. The last time the government actually drafted a non-voluntary civilian into the armed services was back in 1973 during the Vietnam War. Last year, then candidate Joe Biden saying a draft is not needed now, but that he would, quote, ensure that women are also eligible to register for the selective service system so that men and women are treated equally in the event of future conflicts.
Now, that's the part I'm talking about. That is the part for me. Okay, I'm not even going to call it double speak, but I will say this. Yeah. Once you register for selective service, you pretty much got your foot in the door for everything that come afterwards. All of it, everything that come afterwards. We got so many comments coming in. I got to get to some of them, and then I'm going to finish this. So I'm going to keep myself little over here. And as far as I know, Frugal Mama, it's required to be registered. Let me go back up. Regenerative like Wayne's. Oh boy, y'all got this thing moving. Hey, Dawn people, how y'all doing, family? I thought I saw y'all coming here. Regenerative Life Wayne's. The Winning Walk with Christina. I'm not saying that women have no place in the military. I'm an Air Force brat, but some areas of the military should only be occupied by men. A lot of people feel that way, and I understand. And for those who served, who can speak to it, we got some veterans in the chat. I mean, it ain't always easy living, from what I heard. I mean, for real. And I'm just talking about just the combat zone. I'm talking about depending on your MOS and what you do, just everyday life and living can be, yeah. Equal opportunity is not the same as gender equality. People get it twisted. That was Happy Mac. Jason said the option to go in is one thing, being forced under persecution is another. Absolutely. And even though, man, the last, I'm going to say 2 generations really don't talk about it, the people in their 60s and 70s now, some who were just young enough to like really, really miss the draft and miss being drafted into NOM, they can remember what the world was like then. When I was a kid growing up in the late 70s and early 80s, it was just enough time where they had started making movies and kind of still looking back, and you had the Full Metal Jackets and this and that, because it was still so fresh in the psyche of the entire world and society that those movies were relevant. But now we talking about 30 plus 40 years later. Don't know about y'all. It only take one generation really for almost all the information from stuff that happened 40 years ago to be lost. I don't think it take a full 80. 80 is for it to be lost for forever. Before it to be lost in the most profound, intense ways, it only take one generation. Dawn People, J. Okay, Dawn People showing J Motivation some love. Regenerative Life Wayne said, I don't see anyone addressing the new LGBT military community, where the military allows pays for full sex conversion. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. I'm personally not against the LGBTQ plus community. That's their business, as long as you can conduct yourself. If I was a service member, effectively, to my left and to my right, to my 6 and to my 12, I would think I'm good with it. But I've heard some of the issues that people got with having full conversion therapy, and I don't think that that's over. I think it's going to be a lot more controversy, disagreement, and fights with that, because it's just not over. It ain't over. And then something else that I another reason why I see the potential for it is because recruit numbers that are on all time across branches. I want to say it's been like 30-year lows or something like that. Excuse me. It's crazy right now. So I don't know how how society gonna fix it. But that is definitely something that's a part of this conversation, because it's relevant too. It makes sense. Sweet Thumb said, as a 2A guy, I know the military is making serious changes to its light arms options, even making weapons modular so they can accommodate more people. Now I got to get some of my 2A guys to give me some insight on that and help me understand weapons, because I don't really know pew-pews like that. I don't know if we talking about like something. You mean something smaller like an M4, or you mean modified out with like an ACOG, or I know you ain't talking about putting no 203 on it. So I'm assuming you're talking about smaller arms, like maybe, yeah. Y'all 2A guys, y'all learn me something on that as far as reduction and different. Because I mean, an M16 may be long from what I see, and maybe even bulky depending on what you're doing, but it's actually not heavy until you a couple miles in. That's what I heard. The Lord created male and female equally. They have equal and valuable purpose, but not functions. This is the fruit of feminism. That is, I've heard that too, Christina. And this is a woman saying that for everybody listening that can't see. This is Winnie Walker Christina. Everybody entitled to their opinions as long as they respectful with it, because a lot of people share that sentiment. I don't think that my wife is less valuable than me or less than, but I think for me personally, I'm old. I'm an old man. I call me old school, whatever. I just think we have different strengths that make us individual, but equally as relevant and as important. Let's see. And Swoop came in here. Let me see. Miss Jones Truth said, well, if these feminists want equality, meaning all the things that are equal, they shouldn't object. Equality does not mean part equal here, part equal there. It means equal in everything. And you know what, Miss Jones, that's what I was saying earlier. That's one of the arguments that are being made, that it's like, okay, And that's why this keep getting proposed over and over and over. And I really think the push for equality, it's just my opinion. I think that the push for equality is going to be one of the things that go ahead and tip. I think that's going to be the tipping point, because I don't think, hey, K. Renee's Garden, I don't think that the push for equality is going away. I don't think it is. And, you know, as the younger generation, I mean, the 20s now, in a decade or two, they're going to be in their 30s. And they sentiment is, Shad, Mad Shad, you talking about, did you put, I didn't even see it, bro. Put hashtag BCIAC if you're talking about the dropping the hashtag so people can find you. And if y'all can't catch up with Shad now, I'll try to drop it or get a mod to drop it. But you can always catch Shad over, because it's late in the night for us. He always over at Vision Preparedness. Usually, normally he over at Vision Preparedness. K. Renee's Garden said, I have quite a few military family members, and it's a rough ride. I do too. And I it ain't no yeah. It ain't always easy. It is not always easy. Some people say, yeah, they had some fun and some laughs along the way, but depending on a lot of different factors, man. Let's see. I think I'm catching up. Fiona, habari dada, salama. Karibu. Everybody in the chat, Fiona's poa. She said poa. Mambo vipi, niaje. Okay, I done got down far enough. I'm gonna come back with Frugal Mama. I'm gonna stop myself right there. I'm gonna come back with Frugal Mama comment and put it up. But let's get it. Let's get into some more of this.
The National Mall, some worried faces, but many women and men conceding the idea felt fair.
We are living in the 21st century where men and women are to be considered equal, then we have to be considered equal on all fronts.
If it was a draft that included young men and young women, that seems appropriate and fair.
I think that's fair. I do. I think women are being included in everything, and hopefully we don't end up in a situation where we ever need the draft again.
But not everyone is on board with the idea of adding women to the draft. Republican Senator Josh Hawley writing, compelling women to fight our wars is wrong.
And we gonna stop it right there before end up showing that beautiful CH-47 again. Let's see here. Women are pivotal to these successes in every facade of life, in every facet of life, as are men. So I can see their point, especially considering so many already serve so well voluntarily, but freedom of choice should remain as is. I got to touch on that. My bad. I got to touch on that because it's just my lived experience, my opinion. You will never get the same results out of somebody who want to be there as you will from somebody who you forced to be there. That's on a job. That's on in a marriage or relationship. That's on a camping trip. That's on a road trip. Any kind of journey that you're going to take, the people who want to be there. Now, they might want to do it and then get there and realize they wish they hadn't came. That happens too. But it'll come, if it does happen, it's gonna come with a lot. It's gonna come with a lot, man. And crazy thing is, you're gonna have a whole lot of families dissenting to it, and then you're gonna have a whole lot of actual women who will be added to selective service or required to sign up. Some of them gonna be happy, and some of them gonna be mad about it. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, folks speaking. Swoop said God made us differently for a reason. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, ladies, and I ain't saying you can't do it, but you out there roughing it, been about 2 or 3 days, and the best you done did is wipe off your feet real good and hit the important places. Call them a power shower. Call it a power shower or something. Where I'm from, we call them hoe bath. But I don't know. It ain't as appealing. It may look good and fun. Oh yeah, let's do that in the movies on a 27-second commercial. But baby, I heard too many MREs plug you up, but that's all you got to work with. Rifle and handgun, small, medium, low. Okay. Cool. I got you, Sweet Thumb. I got you. That makes sense. All right. There you go. Mad Shad, you got it, bro. I was just behind in the chat. What are they expecting or planning for what? You know what, Frugal Mom? I don't think it's going to be this election. I don't think it's going to happen because it got proposed. It got shot down as it stands. I think this is going to be something that's going to be a talking point moving forward for probably the next cycle and that next cycle and all of that. But I don't know. Just the fact that it's being played with and mentioned so much over the past 3 to 4 years, it makes me it's almost like it's just the feelers are out. The feelers are out, and just that conversation being held as much as it is makes people wonder, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Or make people like, yeah, we should. We can do it. We can do anything. Y'all don't come at me now. Don't come for them. But some people, some women really feel like, yeah, I can do anything a man can do. And that's they right to feel that way. I know good and damn well I can't do everything a woman can do. My wife got a whole bunch of special qualities about herself that your boy not only can't do, I don't want no part of. I'm sorry, I gotta read the question. What are they expecting or planning for? Why is this even a consideration if it hasn't been needed for over 50 years? Exactly, Frugal Mama. That is my point. Exactly. And I follow. I'm not nearly as intense as I used to be. I've followed politics long enough to see the cyclical conversation pieces that get a rise out of every on both sides, left, right, and center. I've seen that. But oh, okay. I see you back there, young lady. You can turn your camera off or you can leave it on, whichever one you want. I just, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Let me see. K. Renee's Garn said, look, I'm a woman and I don't want to work my regular desk job, let alone be drafted into the military fighting wars. I don't know. See, you Christine, you smart lady, man. You never know. You might be finance. You could end up being a Lima. You might be a Sierra or something. A Kilo. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even think women still go to Benny. As far as I know, I'm not sure though. Let's see who we got back here. We got Miss Jones Truth. How's you doing, young lady?
I'm doing great, Jay. How are you all doing today?
I'm doing great.
Everyone is highly blessed. Good. You know, this is an interesting topic.
Oh, thank you.
And I believe whose comment was that you just had? She said, I'm a woman and I don't even want to do my desk job.
Oh, that was Christina. I mean, no, that was K. Renee's Garden. K.
Okay.
Renee's Garden.
I do understand. Look, about 6 years ago, I had a stroke and I was fine, was on my way back to work. My husband looked at me and said, oh, no, you retired. Whether you know it or not, you retired. Actually, that didn't hurt my feelings in the least. Because for all those who I feel have to work, I understand where you are. But as a woman, being home don't hurt my feelings in the least. As they say, been there, done that. I've worked the work. I've struggled. I've been abused. I've been misused on the job. I've been all that. And but for those women who have to, they have much respect for me. I don't have a problem with it. But as far as trying to do what a man do, the bottom line is, if you tell the truth, we just weren't built that way. We're not built that way. We're not. Because this thing about the military willing to pay for a complete gender, what is it? Sex change, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They can pay for it if they want to, but here's the bottom line. The physiology will never change. And because the physiology will not change, you get those people out there in the battlefield and they still don't have the strength and the strength that's needed to do the job out there on the battlefield. You're still in trouble. I'm sorry, because I'll be the first person to tell you, I cannot hang with no man. I'm not trying to hang with no man. I respect men who are strong and have a lot of strength. And I'm kind of glad my daughter was not able to join the Navy. When she was younger, she tried to join the Navy, but back then, military I always thought was strange. During peacetime, they're a little more, excuse me, they're a little more strict on what level they will accept into the military. But during wartime, they become stricter on, how they rate you. And my daughter's knee was messed up, so they would not accept her in the Navy. But I'm just happy that, for those who want to do it, God bless you. You have my prayers, but I'm not the one.
I know that's right.
The only way I would fight now is if the whole social economical structure fell down and I didn't have a choice and to protect my family. Yes, I will fight.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. A lot of people feel that way. What's up, Tay Eats? Tay Eats said it's not gonna happen, just a fear tactic. Some people feel that way too. I've heard that opinion, and I'm of the mind where I'm thinking at this point anything possible, because like Frugal Mama said, what you anticipating if the last, and is the fact that this is not getting out of political conversations. But I feel that, Miss Jones, and again, 18 to 23, that is a long time to have what may or may not happen with your life up in the air. Because you never know what can pop off. I'm slow to say what and I explained why earlier, but in the year 2000 and 1999, a whole bunch of people said what happened in September 01 would never happen neither. So the longer I live, I'm slower to say, especially in this day and age, what will and won't happen with all of the. But a lot of people feel that way, and I can't knock them. It's just a matter of perception. K. Renee said, I can do everything a man can do. I just don't want to. April Showers, what's going on, Miss April? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Tay Eats, April Showers. Who we got here? Lala, what good? What's going on, fam? She said, equal doesn't mean identical. Men and women are not the same. Men make wars, so let them fight them. Okay, all right. Well, we know where Lala stand on that.
Yeah.
It's already too late. You already have people who have had full gender assignment operations done. So, that's not new. That's like since 2017. Serving the military, who are now men and not women anymore. Facts, and vice versa. Yeah. That's kind of in fact, that's one of the things that recently. What's going on, Devil Dog? Got another vet off in here. It's it was an issue about whether to continue paying for those services for people who had what's called gender reaffirming surgery, but it's changing out the bits and parts and whatnot.
Right. And for
But
those that say, they're fighting for equality, can I read you something? I'm going to read you what the National Organization of Women have to say. They say the purpose of the National Organization of Women is to take action to bring women into full participation in the mainstream of American society now, exercising that all the privileges and responsibilities thereof in truly equal partnership with men. There's your feminist movement idea. That means y'all need to register. If you take it to what it is, to me, you make these vague statements, and then you don't go on to declare and be more specific in what particular areas you're talking about. Because when you say all aspects, you are inclusive of everything, from child support to whatever else society offers for men. You are part. That's what you're asking for. So sometimes we need to look at what we're fighting for before we say we're fighting for something.
And see, Ms. Jones, and that's what I want to touch on. I'm glad you said that, because here's the thing, and I'm gonna catch up with the chat in a minute. But here's the thing. I don't argue with people, and I get the why. I know a lot of people who like, oh, I can't watch the news. I don't pay attention to the news. It's depressing. It's this and that. The reason, and I've been through those phases, but I came back around, and here's why. Because the squeaky wheel get the oil. I personally believe that the majority of women alive right now in draft age, 18 to 26 years of old, I personally believe that the majority of them don't want to go. But the minority, potential minority of women with the loudest voices, who going to Congress, going to the Supreme Court, who lobbying, who doing this, who doing that, those are the voices that eventually, ultimately, are going to make change. Everybody ain't got the money or the resources to go up to the state capitol every 6 months, to the U.S. Capitol every 6 months or every year. But what you can do, if them ain't your sentiments, let people know. Let your fellow women know. I hear some men out here saying all stuff for all men, this, all. No, the hell I ain't. We don't feel the same way, partner. You don't speak for me. Now, that's not at a legislative level, but that's saying we not the same. You not speaking for me by saying you want this. What if somebody was out here pushing for every man above the age of 20 to get thug life tatted on them? I'm not a thug. I'm proud of it.
Come on.
I'm not a thug, and you're not gonna make me be one. I don't want to be classified. I'm a man. I'm a hardworking adult black man. Period. I done had my little knuckle age teenage years, but I mean, honestly, the only people who can change this or really have a bigger impact is if women who disagree tell other women, I don't want no parts of that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly. But go ahead, Ms. Jones.
Now, for me, the word equality would have to go into specifics, like a job. If I am a computer analyst and I've been working there 5 years, and this man is a computer analyst and he's been working there 5 years, and we're doing the same thing, yes, we should be paid the same thing. That kind of equality, I'm all for. I don't have a problem with it. Matter of fact, in this little town called Centerville, where I used to live, there was an occupation where men had to haul pulpwood.
I know. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know nothing about pulpwood.
Yes,
but let me tell you something. There was a woman. Now, her husband was a preacher, but she was the one out there hauling pulpwood with the men. My understanding is she could keep up and or outdo because of the way she was built in her strength. yes, she should get paid the same thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're talking about specifics. There should
Right.
be a line drawn somewhere. In those aspects, yes, women should get the same pay as a man if she's doing that job equally. The same for if a female mechanic, if she working on the cars, fine. But in areas where you know as a woman, you don't have the strength or the endurance or the mental toughness, no, you should not get paid the same thing because you're not doing the same job on the same level. Do you understand? So I know a lot of people disagree with that, but God bless you. That's your opinion. This is mine. But I've seen it in so many ways. Now, like I said, there's a specific to equality, but I'm not going to go around and say a woman should be equal in everything. That's a lie straight from the pits of hell. I'm sorry. It's a lie. Because number one, the bottom line is we as women, we are not built like men. We are not, our hips bones are not even the same as men. Our leg bones are not even the same as men. Our physiology and our makeup limits us to certain areas of strength and endurance. That's just a fact.
Mhm.
That's a scientific fact. That's not a rumor. It's nothing. So we should, in other words, basically, the problem is sometimes everybody need to stay in their lane, but everybody want to go outside. They don't want to draw in the lines. They want to go outside the lines. Yeah, there are some lines need to be drawn out, but then there are some you just need to leave alone.
Well, you know, I feel the reason that I feel like the draft gonna be possible, if not in the near future again, if not eventually, it's gonna be in the near future. And for everything that you just said, I have to. It put me in the mindset of Miss Jones. You look at the world right now. I think it's just me. I think it's only gonna grow more distant from the way that we grew up seeing the world.
Yeah.
And hey, precious pieces. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm saying it show is gonna be different. And I don't think the push for equality going nowhere, especially the longer it takes for something to happen where an actual draft is required and they snatching everybody. People getting stop loss, people getting called back, people get everything and combine that with a draft. Now see, that's when things then got real. I don't know when the last time some of y'all was in a fist fight or even in combatives or even just sparring. Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. So
Amen.
A whole bunch of people can do a whole bunch of this. But when reality set in and you feel that first knuckle swap across your temple or catch you right here, that adrenaline dump, blood flowing, everything, that's what's going to happen with a whole lot of people if this thing really come through, because then the talking's over. The next thing you know, you got to be on a bus on the way to an airport, getting on another bus, and then your life done changed for forever. If you agree to go, I guess you could potentially face prison like, you know, Ali and many others did back in them days. But I could see it happening because, okay, let me ask you this, and I'm gonna turn the flow back over to you, Ms. Jones. Realistically speaking, do you think the world is on a track to go back to some of the values that it had for the better, or do you see the world continuing to progress in the way that it has already? Realistically.
Realistically, in our current society, is heading to blow up. That's what I think it is. It's really heading. It's going to blow. It's going, no, not blow. Let's just say implode. It's going to implode within itself. That's what I see society doing. And because I think if you go back and look at the history of a lot of societies, when certain things eventually got out of hand and there was such a restlessness or such a disdain or such a disagreement or such a dissatisfaction, those societies died. And if we don't work and pay close attention to what we're doing, Why do you think you have ancient societies? Why do you think the Ming dynasties and all the Chinese, they died? There's a reason. Because there was a dissatisfaction. They kept trying to go in a direction that, to me, the people did not agree with, and it imploded on itself. And if we don't get it together, we are not. See, this is the one thing, and people may get mad when I say this, but the truth is, this is the one entitlement attitude from America as being portrayed through our politicians or whatever. Oh, we are too above everybody and everything. The United States is untouchable. The United States is this, and the United States and that. You know what? There's, what's that saying? Pride goeth before
a great fall.
No, the word puts it, pride goeth before destruction. And if we don't get it together, eventually, or we start teaching the things that should be taught, we're doomed. You know, history, you know, that saying, history repeats itself. How many societies have died over the same basic things? Yes, now they're being disguised in this modern world, but if you take away the modernness and the cover and the technology, the same basic attitude that destroyed a lot of societies is buried in in our society.
I don't disagree at all, and all I can do is enjoy the time I got left, because I don't think I can change it, because everything you said was spot on. This ain't new. It has hit a point of, recalibration don't really seem like a plausible thing to me. I agree with what you said so much. I just want to add one thing to it that I think gonna happen. What's going on, Sonia Siegler? How you doing, young lady? Welcome in. For everybody in here, for all the people who coming in, if you're a first-time guest over African Dreaming, thank you for being here. Please hit that like button for me. For all the people who know how it go, share the live out if you feel so inclined. And secondly, you can come back and drop your hashtag BCIAC into the chat. I got to see what time it is. Lala, what time is it in Texas? So I can get off of here before Unbiased come on. ARD, what's good, bro? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. The only other thing I would want to add to what you said is something that I believe is going to be true. At the beginning of almost every dynasty, you had small, independent, call them communities, call them colonies, call it this, call it that. And those smaller collectives grew into a larger collective and became, some of them superpowers, some of them dynasties, some of them this, some of them that. But as each and every one of them failed, I'm glad you used the Ming Dynasty. You could use examples from the Ottoman Empire. You can use, even over here. Some people would never think that some of the empires existed over here in what's present day Nigeria. And yeah, anyway, you get my point. My point is, as it all falls apart, people will find themselves clinging and building and forming smaller communities that everybody participate in protecting all over again. Just like how it started. Sometimes the end is just like the beginning before the new beginning comes. But I agree with you 100%.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. If you break it down to its common element, two things destroys societies. A dissatisfaction. Well, let me use the old school terminology. Dissatisfaction of the peasants and war, and a government that does not recognize its own problems. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe me, I believe in helping people everywhere, anywhere I can. We're addressing the world's problems, but we're not addressing our own.
Yeah, that's a shared sentiment too. And
It's
I
like
completely yeah.
we're addressing everybody else's so we can make ourselves look better. To me, you know how you cover a lie. You try and put it, get the attention someplace else, but the lie is still there. That's society.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I feel that. I feel that, Miss Jones. I really do. I really do. And I gotta. So Tate Eats came in and said it first. First person that I saw said it. Now Millington Minor said the draft will never happen again. And the more I'm thinking about it, Miss April Shaw was still in here. She said she can't speak to everybody because she was cooking her some supper over there. Now I got a question for those who think the draft can't come back, which I'm completely open to hearing because I don't know either way. Some of y'all may be a little bit more in tune. If y'all got kids and grandkids, y'all get to see them every day. Y'all get to see more. Wipe down TV. What's going on, bro? Y'all get to see more of what's going on with the with your kids, with your grandkids, with the way the world move. You see the younger generation in a different capacity than I do on a daily basis. Do y'all think it won't happen for political reasons, or do you think because folk would just rather go do jail time before they join, or because you think that the qualifying generation is unqualifiable to serve? If that makes sense, like they just would not meet the health standards, the mental capacity standards, the ASVAB scores, or any of that. What do y'all think? And in the meantime, you can go ahead, Miss Jones, if you saw anything else you want to touch on.
No, I just want to say what you said. They said these generations are less healthier than what we were. So that could be a lot that could have an effect. And also, let me look at this. I was reading the comments, and Vision said he feels so neglected. You called him, and now you're ignoring him.
Vision in a meeting, he in a meeting. He just ear hustling. He working. He working and ear hustling. Let me get back to this because I saw Frugal Mama. Did I touch on this? I'm speaking. Okay, I think I did touch on that.
Yeah.
For the men and women. Let's see. Hope I didn't miss nothing else. Lala must not be in here no more. Let me see. Miss Jones, what time is where you at? Let me get my phone.
The time where I am is 2:25. So in Texas, it's 3:25.
Okay. It's about that time, y'all.
Wait a minute, am I right? Wait a minute. Let me get my time right because I get my zones messed up sometimes.
Yes, ma'am. It's all good. I got you.
I
got you. I'm going see what time it in Dallas right now. Oh, it's 2:24.
No, it's 1:25, I think, in Texas.
Y'all on the same one. It's 2:24.
Oh, okay. We on. Yeah, it's 2:25.
Y'all both central. Just a little bit. You just barely missed it, but yeah, y'all both central.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't leaving nobody out. Wipe down. It's good to see you, bro. Jason still in here. Jason said all the above. He said all the above. ARD showing love. Man, let me drop this link and then I'm gonna get ARD right real quick.
Excuse me for a minute. I gotta get some water.
Yes, ma'am. Take your time. Go get some water, Miss Jones. Let me drop that. And then I'm gonna get my man ARD right. And then hopefully Vision will be up here. And because I got something for him. Man, ARD, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for supporting the channel. We appreciate it. Somebody made a contribution to the I think that was 1 or 2 for the fundraiser and 1 or 2 to Cash App. So we appreciate y'all for all the love and support to the channel. We appreciate y'all for supporting us. See, and man, I'm gonna come back to Devil Dog comment. Let me get ARD right real quick. Damn. Yeah. This is how we celebrate that money in the chat over here at African Dreaming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's get it one more time for good measure. Yes. Uh-oh. All right. Get back up here. Get up here. I see you back there, bro. Thank you again, ARD. Appreciate you, family. As always. As always.
All righty.
Okay. Let me get VP. Welcome in, bro.
Thank you, my brother. You know, it's a shame, and I'm gonna chalk it up to the game because my boys had to hit me up that said you was calling me out.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Vision.
Miss Jones, I'm so glad you up here to keep this young man in line because you know he just don't believe it. You know, he talk about all these transports, dude. First of all, you know, the Blackbirds are the best, and then you got the A10. Show me the A10. Show the A10. You won't even show that. That's the angel of death.
Ain't no need right there, sir. No need for it. No need.
See, on this conversation, you all are speaking Greek, so I'm just going to sit and listen.
Miss Jones Truth. Now that Vision is up here, I'm gonna show you what we talking about, and I'm going to get to Devil Dog coming first, and I could see this. I could believe that. So Devil Dog, but I hear a lot of people saying they wouldn't go if drafted, and I gotta be inclined to believe him. I just think it's a different generation. I think that for a lot of different reasons, folks will go to county for however minutes, 6 months, 12 months. I just
Can I say something now? Remember now, you all, this is just my opinion.
Yes, ma'am.
If you disagree, we still love each other.
Yes, we do.
Me, the ones now, they are soft. I say soft because they have gotten so society spoiled, and they have every comfort you could possibly need. See, because we weren't raised with cell phones and video games, all that stuff. So they've gotten a lot softer. We moved. We were outside. We were running around. We were healthy. We were playing in the dirt. We was running through the woods, whatever.
Drinking out the garden hose.
There you go, drinking out the garden hose. We didn't think nothing of it, you know. Know, we go out there and turn on the faucet and stick our mouths right up under there, get some water.
Yep.
But the ones now, they are so spoiled by society and conveniences. That's why there's so many. They said the life expectancy of the ones who are the young ones now is about 5 years younger than what our life expectancy is, because the society has gotten so soft. So soft. We wouldn't know, most of us wouldn't know the first thing about how to survive if SHTF, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't know the first thing. Wouldn't even know the first thing to do. You'd sit there in this dark house with no power and no electricity and say, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. That's where we are.
Miss Jones?
Yes, sir.
I agree with you 100%, but I can say I know two that would know what to do.
Yeah, most of them. because I saw a statistic, and I saw this statistic from the government. If the grid went down or under an EMP attack within the first year, we would lose almost 80% of this country.
That's correct.
They would die.
You're right.
They would die because they don't know how. We don't know how to take care of ourselves. We let the phone take care of us. We let the what is it, Grubhub and all those folk take care of us. We won't even cook for ourselves.
Right.
They would die.
Miss Jones, and the thing is, it ain't. I don't see it. It ain't going backwards. Nothing I've seen convinces me that it is going backwards. And we oh, see, and now I got a fellow texting in here saying this. And I'm glad because I had family that was in that, and luckily everybody kind
Yeah.
of got through. I was
You're
talking to
right,
somebody
Frugal
about this
Mama.
last night. Y'all, it got so cold in Texas, pipes had burst, and people's ceiling fans was frozen solid
Right.
all the way almost to the floor.
Right.
Week and a half of below freezing temperatures.
People dying.
What no people were people were leaving this world. Oh, by the way, did I speak to John? John, welcome in. I'm gonna get back to this draft part of the conversation in a minute. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna let Vision say what he want to say on what Miss Jones said, and I'm gonna get back to the draft part of it.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you
Vision.
know, it's all about, the draft. I number one, I don't blame anybody.
Female being drafted. Yeah.
Females being drafted. Well, everybody wants rain, but nobody wants to deal with the mud.
Facts, sir.
Come on now.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Come on. And tell the truth, John.
You can't have one without the other. So, if females are drafted, personally, this is my personal opinion only, as from a dad perspective, none of my daughters are going to war.
I've heard a whole bunch of dads say that.
And I preface it by saying this: my sons aren't going to war. Because the truth be told, and my veterans can speak to this, war is hell. No human being on the planet should be exposed to war. Yeah, period.
I agree. I've never been to war, but I agree. Just by virtue of people I've known who've been to the service and they come back so broken. And so, no.
Right.
No.
But females being drafted, I'm biased against it. My daughters are not. My daughters will not go if drafted. Period. End of story. And all of them can shoot, except for the youngest and my 9-month-old granddaughter. And that's why Pawpaw's here.
Yeah.
And like Vision said, and I want to say again before I get the Sweet Thumb comment, shout out to all the veterans. I would have loved to, but they said my pankers on both my pinky fingers was just a little too short, and one of my feet was flat. So,
Let me tell you something. I give anyone in the military, God bless them. I give them the utmost respect. I would get angry at someone who disrespected somebody in the military and tell them this person went to war just so you can act stupid. But
and I get it. Yeah. And
I respect the military.
Yeah, Devil Dog, you are absolutely right. I agree with you 100% of what you just said.
Let me go find him. A Game Nerd Mom, welcome in. I got could I get a mod if I got mod in here to drop Vision link for me, please? In the chat. Plus he coming on at 6:30 tonight with a special guest. Hey, you know what? I want to get to who was it said something, but I got to get to Sweet Thumb first. Sweet Thumb, this is something that I always hear come up. I'm not a parent, as many of y'all know. I never hid it. Ain't no secret. But it's soft and spoiled, but who made them this way? Now, I always hear this come up as when, because I don't disagree with nothing Miss Jones said, but then we have to say, how did a whole generation and a half worth of people get that way? So it's like I
agree with you, Sweet Thumb. I made my daughters that way because they're females, and I am their protection.
Amen.
I am their protection. They don't have to fight. They got a dad.
That's real, bro. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Game Nerd Mom. Right. And this is what Devil Dog was saying, and I believe him 100%. It's men and women. Yeah. I think they're going to have a hard time. And then what, you have an increased prison population, but you still don't have a defense force. as
Right.
far as, you know, on the ground goes.
Mhm.
We talking about static, or we talking about economic, or we talking about using Hellcats, using
A10, bro. Come on, L10,
yeah,
A10.
man, Warthog, whatever,
Come
18, boy,
on, man.
y'all know.
Angel of Death, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Recognize.
before I go to this, I just gotta very briefly. I'm just gonna jump in right here. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on a tick. God dog it. I hate having to do this.
Here he go. Here he gonna drop it to Nook, drop it off.
I was just saying, cause like, look, so I mean, it's an interesting piece of equipment. Don't get me wrong. I got nothing against that type of I guess you could call it an aircraft. It's getting fuel. I guess it's getting JP8, just like the other. Wow. But, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. You gotta kind of say something for that. Okay, I see this man. Shout out to 2ID. I thought I saw some 2ID.
Okay, so now you biased. So okay, Chinook, there you go. You dropping off 15, 20, whatever. But see, my boys, they in and out before y'all even get off the ground. The Blackhawks did their deal. The A-10s done secured the area and took out everything. I'm talking tanks, everything. A-10s take out tanks. You got the Angel of Death.
Sound good. 238 knots in headwinds. 238 knots. Whatever.
My military fellas, militant-minded, devil dog. Let this brother know.
I can't hear Vision. I thought Vision was talking. I can't hear him. I can't. I thought he was saying something. Okay, so let me bring that down. My bad, sir. Were you in the process of talking? I'm sorry.
No, sir, I was not. You misunderstood.
Hey, shout out to all my veterans out there, man. There's a lot of y'all in the chat. I appreciate and thank all of y'all for y'all.
Thank you, militant minded. You got that right. Absolutely. Yes.
Who said this was a comparison thing, for one? I mean,
well, you called me out. I was working. I was in the meeting, and I'm getting my phone blows up saying your boy's calling you out.
Hey, I just wanted you. I missed you.
They said I think he needs your help.
I can't just miss you, man. I can't just want you to be in my life.
Nobody miss you, man. I don't even know why you got, man. How'd you get my number, man?
I don't know. You gonna turn this into a CH-47 versus a black whatever type thing. I'll pick an Apache first. But what ask the team.
What do you think an Apache is?
I know what it is.
Okay.
I at least know that's a helicopter.
Thank you, Miss Jones. Would you tell him, that don't just carry people, it carries destruction.
Carries two people. I mean, you got everything from 30 miles. I'm not finna get into that because all of this is speculation. That's what I heard. It ain't like I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I was never a crew chief for that. I was never a crew chief for that aircraft, so I wouldn't help.
Same here. And allegedly, the A-10 destroys tanks. So
that's what I heard. Yeah, that's allegedly. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Ask the team up in here. Thank you, Pieces of April, for dropping links for me.
Would you tell him, militant? See, thank you.
Y'all might not believe this, but I've actually, cause you were like, man, I think maybe one day I might have been in I heard somebody then actually sit in the cockpit. I heard somebody else that helped load up. So
you know what? Never mind. I'm allegedly. See, this was before, I think you were still running around in the backyard in diapers. But what I heard allegedly, they were on the tarmac when they went and got Noriega. But, that's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I think you were still in high school when that went down.
Still in high school. Yeah, them some bad boys. Them some bad boys. They are. I know it,
but women, I don't think women, women aren't built for war. I'm gonna just say it. Women aren't. We're different. Men and women are different.
Tell the truth.
Like I think it was Astantina said, women, there's not supposed to be equality. It's the balance. Women balance men, whether you like it or not, they do.
Yeah.
And women were not built for war.
Hold on. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I just saw this. What you trying to say, sir?
Tell him, militant. That's what we've been talking about the last 10 minutes. You late to the game,
sir.
Tell him, militant. He don't know.
Wow. Was this something in the fleet that was called Hanger Queen? Of course. I'm sure it was. But that's neither here nor there. Every fleet has a you know what? I'm gonna let y'all guys biased, man. I don't know how I feel about neither one of y'all no more, man.
You know what? That's okay, folks. I think he was trying to say something, but since his microphone is going in and out, please, kind sir, prime man, do me a favor if you don't mind, smash the like button if you have not, and if you would find it in your heart to share out this controversial yet conversation that needs to be talked about amongst other people. So if you could, please hit the share button. It's free. All you have to do is click it and done. I appreciate y'all. You know, I think your microphone working now?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Okay.
I'm not sure about you. I just ain't sure about you, man.
Yeah,
between the little aviator, you know, yeah, man. I tell you what, y'all stick together. Y'all stick together, boy. Both of y'all was. Yeah. Hey, Ted.
Welcome in, Odom. Educated Natural. Welcome in.
What's going on, family? Yes, if y'all didn't catch Ted live from yesterday, she had an amazing, informative, and educational, as always, live. Y'all should go catch it. Brother Odoms, what's going on? Odoms got his live set for Thursday already. We ain't gonna press it too hard. Vision. I'm gonna try to get to the rest of these comments, and I'm gonna let you speak and Miss Jones speak before don't y'all go nowhere yet. Don't y'all go nowhere. Vision, what time you come on tonight?
6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna get back to you in a minute. Miss Jones, you got anything you want to say real quick?
Oh no, I'm just listening. I have to agree with Vision and said men and women. Well, women were not built for war. I mean, there is society prepared men in so many more ways than women are prepared. The bottom line is, but we're not. I think we could help in some aspects, military nurses and women, but you know what? That's a rough job too. Because they have to see those men coming in there broken in pieces and parts missing, and that's why I have so much respect for the military, because I don't just think about they're in this uniform and they looking good and they march. No, I think about the part nobody likes to talk about. Nobody likes to talk about these men getting maimed and killed and hurt. Nobody talks about if you get caught by the enemy, the tortures and the things that they do to you, which none of us could even begin to imagine what being done to these men and what kind of mental thing. It's horrible to see. I read this article in Vision. You correct me if I'm wrong. They said there were two different types of prison during the Vietnam War. I think it was the Vietnam War. They said they had the minimum security and the maximum security. The maximum security, those were the guys who had promise. The ones who knew who they are, where they were going, what they were doing. Those prisons, they treated those men the worst of all.
Yes.
But when you go to the minimum security prisons, those were the men who, if they asked you, well, what are you going to do if you go back home? You say, I don't know. I just want to live. They had no idea what their future was. Yeah. Those were the ones, they were fed the most. They were treated well. They were treated better. But here was the effect. the ones who were treated better died faster, had more diseases. The psychology behind that just blew me away.
Correct.
What about it? Because they knew the ones in the maximum security prisons, those guys were not going to give up. They knew
they were going to survive
because they were determined to survive. Those were the ones who were treated the most. If nobody knew that, you need to read up on it because it will blow your mind. Because when I sat and thought about the questions that they would ask these men to determine what kind of prison they were going to put them in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd probably be the ones in the minimum security dying of the, they died of more diseases because of the mental aspect. That's a part of war. That's the part of war nobody wants to talk about. They want to draft you, but they don't want to tell you the whole story. Before you even think about going to the military, I think they should sit and talk with a lot of these veterans who have been through something so you can be prepared. That's why we losing so many people, because we never tell people the truth. We tell them the good part, and then once they get in there, then we hit them with everything else. And that's just crazy to me. I don't know.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Did I read that correctly, Vision? About
you did. You did. Yes. So, and that's the psychological warfare of being captured.
Yeah.
Now, and just think, if women are fighting and they get captured, what do you think's going to happen to them?
Well,
I can never survive as long. There are still men in some of these prisons that they don't talk about. I know the government knows they're there. Women would never last. They would absolutely, positively never last.
I can't speak. Hey, this is a woman saying this, y'all. This is Miss Jones.
I don't believe they would, because number one, they're doing mental cruelty and everything to the men. Some of the things they would do to women, you really don't even want to think about.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. But
you wouldn't even want to picture your mother or your sister or your daughter in that environment.
That's why my daughter will she won't serve. And I have nothing wrong with women serving, but my child, let alone any female, I don't ever want them to experience that.
Right. And I'm gonna say this. I agree with both of y'all. I agree. I think it's a huge, massive difference. I'm gonna talk about what Frugal Mama said, but I'm gonna say this first. I mean, for me, it's fundamentals. It's basics.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm subject as a man. I am subject to be filthy as hell for days on end and not necessarily be prone to infection the same way because I haven't washed my behind. I can walk around stinking to the high heavens till I get to a whole nother position, and I'll be all right. Life goes on. I need to air my feet out, wipe my feet down with some with some, I almost said Ranger wipe, with some a water and a towel or some wet wipes or something. Let my feet dry out, change my socks, and I can do that for 4-5 days, stinking like a wild dog. A woman doing that it can be done, but it comes with a whole different set of circumstances. And as Frugal Mama brought up earlier, same person on the screen, Wellness with Frugal Mama, who is a vet who has served. I don't have to worry about that time rolling around for me and how it may actually even incapacitate me, because there is a such thing as fibroid. It's a lot of issues.
Fibroid, that's right. Exactly.
They could be confronted with, where certain military related circumstances doesn't give you time to have to care about that.
Right.
Okay. Damn, I think my toe broke. I broke my toe. Can you still walk? Can you still walk?
Let's get moving. We roll out in 5.
Right. Okay. Your elbow hanging open. Your elbow. Can you still move?
Right.
Like, I don't want no.
I'll give you something men don't even need to talk about. Okay. Say it is that time. You understand what that time is.
Yeah.
You lost all your supplies. You don't have nothing but a knife, and you lost out there somewhere. And for the next 5 to 7 days, you can't do nothing about that time. And you're trying to disguise your scent. You're trying to disguise yourself. You're trying to get, please, somebody
That's
please
coming
help
from a
me.
woman, y'all.
Yeah. So, gamer nerd mom, I'm not saying that rape would not happen to men. Not at all.
No.
Oh yeah. It
Matter of
happens to
fact, it happens every day in probably 98% of the prisons in the United States. But
And clubs and parties.
Right. It hits different on a female, period. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it wouldn't
And
happen
here's
to
a
a man.
female who agrees with that.
Right. But I'm just saying it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is, Frugal Mama says it best. War ain't for nobody.
Nobody. That's
What
right.
is that old school song? War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. That's right. I agree.
Say it again. Say it again.
Right.
Y'all, this has been an amazing conversation. I want to thank everybody for coming up. I want to thank of course VP, but I want to start with thanking Miss Jones Truth. A lot of people have said, man, I'm loving her. I'm loving Vision. If they didn't know you, they saying they coming over to check you out. Vision, you got a special guest coming up tonight. I ain't gonna say who it is. They got to go over and check out the link and worm their way on over there so they can be over there at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Y'all got enough time to go get you a pressed ham sandwich and some Kool-Aid before Unbiased LLC come on at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, because it is 10:52 right now. So you got you about a 38-minute break, I think.
What time she come on?
Tack, what's going on? What you say, bro?
What time does Unbiased come on? It's 3:52 now.
But you on the East Coast?
Yes, sir.
She in Texas time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's 2:52 here.
Yeah, 2:52.
Right.
Yeah.
So she
go and get that pressed ham sandwich and a glass of Kool-Aid.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you the
glass of
truth.
Kool-Aid.
Miss Jones is in the mood for an afternoon breakfast. I'm fixing to go in here and get them biscuits and syrup and grits and bacon and eggs and all that good stuff.
Why you had to go there, Miss Jones?
I know, right?
Why?
I'm fixing to go in here and cook.
You gonna have me walking through the kitchen grumbling.
And let me say this. Thank you all for those who want to follow me. I don't really put out a lot of content because currently my life is where I can't, but I try to make as much time as I can to check in on people. But for those of you all, I love you all. And you don't be surprised. I'll pop in on African Dreaming every now and then. And I'm trying to make some time where I can pop in on Vision from time to time. So, thank you all for having me every time I come.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As always, we thank you, Miss Jones Truth. The dude, Odom's Homestead, Tack, Lorenzo Preston. I saw you tip off in here. Sammy Joe, my sister, from another mother, up there to the north of us, eh? Well, not to the north of me, to the north of y'all. The north of me is down Spain, UK, all them. I hope I didn't miss nobody else, man. I really thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. ARD, appreciate the love, everybody who came through. Thank you to my moderators. I appreciate you. Pieces of April. By the way, again, she gonna be doing congratulate Pieces of April on her 500 plus. She broke 500. Hey.
Go April. Go April.
Yeah. Go ahead, April.
Yeah.
She gonna be having a celebration this Saturday to celebrate the 5K and to thank everybody. She gonna be doing a giveaway. I'll let her tell y'all what she gonna give away. But my man J3GS Farm actually is out right now. That's probably why he ain't in here, because he was doing a sheep shaving. I know it was they call it sheep shearing. Shearing, but I call it a sheep shaving. So he busy with that. Unbiased coming on. You might get to catch Jay the Motivator later tonight with his After Work Live, as along with GG Natural Homestead. That's usually the Tuesday lineup. I want to thank Devil Dog Prepper, Mad Shad, a whole official J Mia. How you doing, sis? I ain't even see you in here.
Mia.
Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Swoop like me stopping by. Frugal Mama always come through and make the conversation better. All of y'all, I appreciate everybody who participate in the chat and everybody who participate in all the other ways. With that being said, family, until the next time y'all see me and I see y'all, I'm gonna be out here being country in another country.